everybody, it's Tasha. Happy Saturday. So glad to have the day off. I love having weekends off. I wanted to chat some more about keto, and I know I had thrown up a quick picture of the test strips that I bought to test for ketosis to see if when you want to see if you're in ketosis, if your diet is supposed to, then you can buy these little test strips. You can get them at the pharmacy, or you can order them on Amazon. This one's called True Plus Ketone Test Strips. It has this little grid right here. I know it looks like a pregnancy test, right? And it works the same. So these little strips, basically, like I said before, it's a little bit graphic. No, you have to pee on it. But the end of it will turn a certain color. If it's light like this, then you are not in ketosis and your body is not burning through your fat stores. It's just doing, so you're eating too many carbs. And carbs are sneaky. They're like in so many things, like even yogurt. I was comparing yogurts because I bought Greek yogurt plain. There's no sugar added, and it had, a certain amount of carbs in it, more than I thought. And regular plain yogurt has even more. So, carbs are everywhere, and it's kind of hard, and sugar too, like apples. I think I said in my last video, super sugary. So in a keto diet, you want to stay away from apples. And you would go for more like berries, which aren't as sugary. So when you test, if you're over here in these dark colors, then you're in ketosis, and you know that you're actually burning through fat stores. And it's going to be very obvious that you're dropping weight super quick. I'm not trying to drop weight anymore. I'm just trying to get into ketosis and get rid of like some excess. Seriously, I've been doing this for, 3 weeks now. And I don't test as often as I should, but literally I feel like I've only been in ketosis like a couple of times because I keep kind of eating like the wrong things. So I'm trying to hone in my diet, and I really want to see if this works really well. And once I see how it works, then I'll know, what to eat and what meals to get and all that stuff. So keto test strips, super important. Otherwise you're just kind of you don't know where you're at. The other thing that I found out, I was reading an article on keto. This doctor who has a certain number of patients that do the keto diet, and some of them weren't seeing the results that they should. A lot of them were dropping weight super quick, but there was a certain percentage. And so it would keep him up at night. He studied that. What he found was when you do intermittent fasting, he kind of blends in some fasting techniques. And I know fasting, for me, that makes me think of going without food for 24 hours and just being starving. And I know that it's in history, it's a pretty common thing for health. But man, I've done it once in my life, where I went 24 hours and I was freaking straight to Denny's the next morning, give me everything. So hungry. But there's all kinds of fasting that you can do. And actually, if you think about it, we fast all the time on accident. Let's say you went to sleep, you ate dinner at 6, you went to sleep, you woke up kind of late, 11 o'clock. You've just fasted for a whole bunch of time, I don't know how many hours that is. I don't want to do the math right now, but when you eat breakfast, that's a compound word, right? Break fast. That means you're breaking your fast. That's where that word breakfast comes from. So you can do this intermittent fasting on purpose. Like today, I tried it out. I kind of slept in. 8 o'clock for me is sleeping in because I usually get up at 5:30. I wasn't extremely hungry, so I waited till 1 o'clock, and that's kind of this doctor that I studied. One of his little intermittent fastings, you wait till 1, you have a brunch, a keto brunch, and then at dinner time, you have another meal, or you could do a green smoothie. And he kind of breaks it up like that. So that is a fast. And so what that does in your body too, it raises your levels of HGH, the human growth hormone. And HGH is super good for getting your body to burn through fat reserves as well. So if your HGH is up, you're burning more fat. And another good thing about having more HGH in your body is that it builds muscle. It's a total win-win, especially if you're trying to slim down and get toned. You're also able to build more muscle and get more toned with more HGH. So that's what he found, is by raising HGH levels in the body with this intermittent fasting and eating less, he would eliminate snacks from his patients, like daily diet plan. So you eat your meals, maybe start out by doing a few days of 3 big keto meals. Then the next several days you would do the fast till 1 o'clock, eat like a big brunch, and then eat a keto dinner, super good, steak, broccoli, cheese on top. You can do all kinds of rad stuff, keto meals that I love. And then maybe the next few days after that, you would fast till 1 and then have a green smoothie for dinner, like a kale. I just did a kale one. I had kale and coconut milk and a scoop of vanilla protein powder and what else did I put in there? Some Greek yogurt, and then that was good. So it gives your body a break too. You think about it, everything you put in your mouth, your body has to work. So if you give it breaks, you're gonna, probably everything's gonna last longer in your body. It's just good to do that for digestion. You can shed, you think about there's nothing being processed, then you're probably gonna be shedding things faster. So the keto diet's really, really good if you wanna lose like 30 pounds, like really quick. It happens. And it's, if you do the right diet for you, then it's going to be a really healthy thing for you. And there's, all kinds of different needs. And definitely if there's any restrictions you think you have, like for diabetics and, anything like that, then you want to check with your doctor and get the right keto diet. But so far so good. I think it's an amazing tool that we all have access to, is to just change our diet plan. And, I love all the meals. I mean, I personally like to eat meat and I like to eat vegetables and I like cheese. I like bacon, I like sausage. So all these things are super easy for me to do and it's like guilt-free and I can get full. I can eat a whole bunch of it as long as I'm watching the carbs and the sugar. And then, I think I forgot to share, I shared in like a comment, if you like your cocktails, you don't have to like eliminate everything. A good keto cocktail is like a triple distilled vodka, which the more distilled the better, because then most of the sugars have been turned into alcohol. And then mix that with sparkling water, and then just add tons of lime or lemon. So sparkling water has no sugar added, and it's super good. It's like my total go-to. My friend asked me if wine was out, and she was super bummed because she wanted a keto, and she's like, "What about wine?" And I said, "Well, you have to watch how many glasses you have, of course, and test for ketosis. But the drier the wine, the better, because the less sugar. Red wine and some white wines like Sauvignon Blanc, I think was one good one. Not the sweeter ones, but like a drier white wine is also fine. So yeah, we don't have to give up everything. And then you're also losing weight and feeling good, and mental clarity comes with the keto diet too. And I've experienced that. There is such a thing called the keto flu, where you feel kind of yucky, and that just means that you're not getting all of the nutrients that you need, because there's certain things that you're not going to be having by eliminating a lot of the foods you usually have. And so you need to add some things, like magnesium is a big one. So that you can Google real easy. If I wish I had all the information, but I can't remember everything when I'm live. So and I think that's all I wanted to show you the test strips and tell you about the intermittent fasting. So remember that. And it's, I've also found that because I add a lot of fat, because you have to do high fat for the keto diet, that I can go longer and not be hungry because of the fat that I've eaten. So I really love coconut oil, and I have a big thing from Costco. It's a giant jar. It's really thick. It's not like watery like olive oil. It's like you scoop it out, and I put that in my coffee. And caffeine is also good for the keto diet and speeding everything up. So I have a couple of cups of coffee in the morning with a big scoop of coconut oil. Adds I think 14 grams of fat. So, and then lots of avocados. I'm always eating those. And butter. I cook lots of stuff in butter now. All my vegetables and all the stuff like that. So I'm going to try to keep posting really good recipes. Today I went to Trader Joe's, and I love that store. I got 2 big pizza crusts, but they're made out of cauliflower. And then I'm just going to cover it in you know, whatever I want, pepperoni, mozzarella cheese, and then I don't have any bread. And I'll tell you how they are. It sounds like it's going to be really good. I had a cheat night last night. You're allowed to have a carb night every now and then. So when Pete said, "Do you want round table?" I was like, oh my God, freaking yes, I want pizza so bad. So I ate some, but you know what I found out is I immediately got a stomach ache from all of the bread. And then, so that was like, and it was within like 10 minutes. I was like, ow. Anyways, I'm not saying never eat bread again, but it affects you and you notice it when you haven't been eating it. So certain foods, I don't know if it's like the gluten, and I'm just kind of realizing that I react a little bit to gluten. I don't know, but that's how it affected me, and it was still really, really good. Okay, so you guys have a great Saturday. I'm gonna go use my new yoga mat and stretch because I feel like I need to, and